I felt
instead of that.
Yeah, I felt more of that when I played on Monday than I did less. Well, I was still trying to get more tilt.
So if you think about it, that's opening and closing. Think about the forearm and the wrist, forearm, shoulder here. That's opening and closing. Inflection, it's the same thing. Here now, inflection, it's this. Because that rotation of the forearm, inflection is this. So now your club would feel totally different.
Yeah.
Okay, but what, so it's not, whereas most people go from this, what they perceive to be opening and closing, with a golf club suddenly do this.
Yeah.
So now they've gone from what is a supination, a pronation, i.e. rotation, if you like, of the forearm, suddenly they've gone into horizontal motion to rotate the face. Whereas actually it's still a rotation. And if your club's lagging behind, this would be in flexion. So it's recognising how you still maintain that opening and closing of the face, but with the club lagging, i.e. inflection. So it's a completely different orientation of the club. But when you're swinging, now the body does the work for you. So the club doesn't do that because you're rotating the body. And what it does is it gives you that feeling then of, like you mentioned, about keeping the club outside. It feels like the club's outside the hands, and the hands are, it looks like it's rolling, but it's going from you're releasing the lag, it's coming from behind and it's getting released. So you are still going from flexion to extension, you're getting all that transfer of speed through, but you're doing it in a more efficient way where the shaft is rotating, so you can sense that rotation of the face relative to its path. So it's attuning you more to face and path, but it's much more stable, because it's allowing you to rotate the face while it's behind your pivot. That's behind me, and I'm allowing myself to rotate the face, as opposed to having to stall my pivot to square the face, and that's the problem, because then you lose the low point. That's when you get the low point back, and you can get the thin, shallow angle of the thin strikes, the shallow angle of attack, maybe catch the ground before the ball. Whereas here, you can keep rotating while the shaft's rotating, so the club face is closing, and you can just keep turning, and that's why you felt more compression and a stronger strike and strong fly, and you felt like you were going to hook it, but it didn't hook. And that now is highlighting how well you're rotating, because if you did stop your body, probably going to hook the pants off it, go left, pull draws. But what your body intuitively recognises, just like throwing or kicking, is it's reacting to the end of the chain. As soon as you're starting to let this rotate while it's behind you, your body continues, it switches on. So now what we're training is being encouraged to fire up and be really active. So it's encouraging the pivot to fire.